It's your boy Zero to Chaos.
Elijah.
And here we go. The Quest. Okay, so we've been doing pretty good. This is it's becoming more of a common thing for the week. Things are going, Again, thank you all for who supports us. We if you've been supporting us, you've seen the side quest, but this is the main quest right here. And I thought it'd be kind of cool. Again, we've been talking about a lot of basketball stuff.
Ball is life.
Ball is life. But there is other sides to the quest that I think we did want to touch on. So I think this time I thought it would be really cool to talk about maybe just like business in general, and then things like what we want out of business, because we always are always talking about taking things to the next level, ownership of our own, something of our own that we built up to that level to where it can at least make you some good money. And I think like some people are very discouraged, in my opinion, to really start because they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Or
they don't
money.
know where to start, or they're just scared. Scared just to be scared, really. They don't want to hear no.
Yeah.
But you hear no a lot before you hear yes. And sometimes that one yes, is what shoots it through the roof. Or at least what helps put you, if it doesn't help you, it'll at least motivate you to keep pushing even harder, because you're like, all right, so I really can do this.
Right.
So it'll motivate you.
And I always tell people too, it's like if money is your problem, and I'm like a broken record though, like if money seems to be the biggest problem that you have with achieving something of a business or a dream that you have, good chance you're just not managing your money correctly, for one.
Or sometimes you just gotta grind it out, or you may not be making enough.
Right.
And that's true. Just gotta grind it out, keep hope alive. You could even talk to investors, really, but that's a whole nother thing with investors.
They're gonna want
some type of say in what you're doing, and they're gonna want their money back.
Oh boy.
Tenfold.
But again, like you said though, if some people have made their millions and billions off of the right investments, and that is not a negative way of achieving what you want. But like you said though, it is a whole nother game that you gotta play. I think it's just pretty cool because I'm a firm believer in, of course, work, earn some form of money, always try to keep yourself in a good position. I feel like you should never ever be working under your means. How they say don't live above your means. Don't work under your means, bro.
Working under mine.
Bruh. But see what you're saying, though. What you feel it, though, right?
I just got tired of sitting at home. So,
I feel you.
The first job that seemed, not too bad, I was like, I'm going to take it. Because I wasn't trying to drive, dumb far for no job right now. So, I'll regret taking the position, but first chance I get.
Souped up. But, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, too, though. They always say, like, know your worth.
Yeah, that is a big one.
Know your worth, but also understand that sometimes sacrifices have to be made to get to that next level. Now, that's another thing, too, where, especially if you can't right off the rip get your own business in anything, a good chance you're going to start by working for somebody else.
Yeah, we all got to learn. We all got to crawl before we can walk.
That's right. And trust me, it's not fun all the time, because you have the overseer and the overseer. And they're looking at you, and they're judging you, and they're nitpicking at you.
Every little thing you do.
Every little thing, no matter if you think you're doing good. Cause that's my.
Or
thing.
No matter even if you are doing good, and you have other people telling them. Sometimes they still don't care.
Right.
Because it's not enough to them.
Because just recently now, just me having this new management position myself, and now having more responsibility, and it's cool. Because then it does mean that someone out there, some company did trust me enough to give me that promotion.
Right.
But at the same time, they can still
easily take it away.
And I think that's what keeps a lot of people on edge, is that they're like, as hard as it was to get to that level, it can easily be taken from you. And I think that works the same way with self-ownership as well. You can invest all your money, invest everything that you saved up for, into X, and then something silly happens, and then you just lose all of it. And I think that's where the fear comes in for a lot of people. Or who was it? Steve Harvey saying that sometimes you just gotta jump.
Yeah, just take that leap of faith.
And
work out in the end.
It may not. We said like the parachute or like the glider won't always come out the first time, but you have to get up and climb up that mountain again and jump again and keep going, because like you said earlier, you're going to hear a lot of no's, or you're going to hear a lot of even close people to you sometimes tell you like, I don't know, man, are you sure you want to do that? You think this can work? I don't know. And then you might get discouraged or mad, and a lot of times, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was me a couple years ago. Just people constantly in my face telling me like, oh, you wanna try to get into radio, voice acting, oh, you wanna do entertainment stuff, man, maybe you should have stayed in college, man, maybe you should go back to college. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, it's like that. Like,
you always want to keep pushing no matter what, and even like line yourself up in a position to get to where you want to be, because like, shit, the job I'm at now, I want to be there, but it's gonna help me at some point to do what I want to do.
Yeah. So
you gotta, swallow your pride sometimes and just do it.
Push it, because I mean,
see the bigger picture.
Right, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Because like, Lord knows the hours are ridiculous, but for right now, everything that I need paid for is paid from that, and some.
And dim sum.
And some all day. So that's where I'm able to get the equipment, and push to the next level, and because even with things like Patreon, there's other things like GoFundMe, Kickstarter. There's ways out there to reach people to get that investment, or a donation to help you get to that next level. I've done them all except for like Kickstarter. I think Kickstarter I haven't done yet, but like GoFundMe, we did that once. It's for to get like a webcam, and we got that junk in like 15-30 minutes. Yeah, that junk was awesome. We were streaming back then a lot, and boom, got it like nothing. And I was like, wow, okay, bet, like, thank you, and to me, that is what fueled me to keep doing this.
So with that, it's probably, with whatever you're doing, just stay constant.
Yes.
Stay constant, stay in people's faces. A smile goes a long way.
Oh, a super long way. And so, and being honest with people too, though, because I feel like, especially growing up, you're going to meet a lot of people
that are yes men.
Yes, 100%. Who are just going to sit there and they're just going to tell you everything is good, that everything is fine, that what you're doing is right. And then you're going to go home thinking that everything is good. But then you don't get the results that you want every single time.
Right.
But they're telling me it's good. So what's going on? Why am I still at like square one when people around me or I'm not saying they're going to like launch past you, but they're still moving ahead of you. And, not now, the naysayers are starting to even hit you harder because you're thinking that everything's fine.
But even then, you can't, just because someone's moving at a faster pace, you can't let that bother you, because maybe they had other things that you don't have, like different resources, or they're at the right place at the right time to meet X, Y, Z. So you can't look at that. Everybody moves at their own pace.
Yeah. And you say always stay focused, because it's just, to me, it's like, I've always told myself, especially with my past jobs and even my current job, the most fun and the most fulfilled I've been was when I owned the comic shop, when I was part owner of a comic shop. It just felt, yes, it was a lot more responsibility on me. It wasn't just, oh, you're showing up for a couple hours at something that's already established. You just got to maintain it.
It's all you, for real.
Like, oh, you forgot to get X? Well, you're dumb. So guess what? Now you ain't getting no money. Oh, you spent all your money on this product that's not even selling like that? Okay, well, see, now you got a whole bunch of product you can't sell no more. What just happened before? I ain't gonna lie. You listen to your supply and demand. You think that the people in the area are gonna want something, especially when it comes to like card games and comic books. Oh my goodness,
that's like a tricky market.
You know, so tricky, especially because the location, people, fads change.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
in an instant they change.
Yeah, you end up just investing so much in the wrong stuff, and then by the time you realize what you did, good chance it's too late. Good chance you're just like, dang, I invested a good chunk of my money into this, and it's not going to pay out. It's just not. So now you either got to cut the loss, just put in, you know, hopefully get back what you put in, or possibly take a loss and just got to eat it and keep moving, you know, because that whole like 2 years of my life was just like pure hustling, finding deals, finding people who could help me get more product when I couldn't get any more, things like that, you know. And it was fun because you're keeping your customers pleased.
Happy. Yeah,
you know, they're coming to you every day for this, or every week, nonstop. You know, we did like Magic the Gathering, so every Friday was a tournament. So you know, it was awesome to see the same people every Friday. You became a part of their daily life at that point. They were like, you know, it's Friday. I'm going to school. I'm going to work. Get off. Go straight to JB Cards and Comics. That's where I'm going to be for the next couple hours. You know, they got the good snacks. They got the drinks. They got the cards. We're going to chill, make this our spot. Oh, Saturday, wake up early, you know, convince my mom, my dad to come drop me off at the card shop while they go do their stuff and hire them doing their thing. I remember that stuff, and it was crazy. It was like, you know, we be open mad early. People be like, dang, bro, you open early, you close late. Like, yeah, but these people be here, you know? And I think that's one thing, too, you were talking about, you know, your cafe idea. And I'm just like, that'd be dope. Because to me, it's just like, I love seeing people interact with business. Even if it's just them chilling, sipping on a coffee, listening to music, maybe doing homework. It just makes me feel some kind of way to see how people are able to go, I trust this place enough. I like this place enough. I'm going to spend my money and my time here.
Yeah, to constantly come back up there.
Right. Hands-on experience with it. I mean, even the rise and fall of that business, you know, and, you know, with FSP now, you know, doing this, you know, and I keep telling people, like, this isn't, when I explain this to people at my job, you can see they're like, oh, snap, like, what are you doing here? You know? And it's like, well,
you gotta crawl before you can run.
There you go.
I'm still trying to get my legs up and run.
You know, like we pushing, you know, but I'm not gonna push people too far to the point where we can't function.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people don't want to sit there and hear the whole story from the beginning. How many people have, you know, respectfully left the company and come into the company, and the shows, the ideas that have been left on the table, they don't want to hear that. All they want to know is,
I want to see what you're doing now.
Bam, there
That's
you go.
It. Can you show me what you're doing now?
So what's happening? I had friends, you know, good friends. They're, oh man, you're still doing the podcast stuff, right? I'm like, yeah. And it kind of shows you, you know, like I have some friends who go like, oh man, yo, how's the quest going? Oh, how's the chaos talks going? You know, when you gonna do another one of those Brokage podcasts? You know, they name stuff. I'm like, man, you actually watching my stuff. And other friends are just like, oh yeah, you do podcast stuff. Yeah. How's that going?
You see who's involved.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing too, man. Like, just with social media, because that to me that's another thing too that all my businesses have been a part of is online or some form of online, but definitely social media. You know, I used to sell Magic cards, Pokemon cards, independently. And people would tell me all the time, like, yo, that's not lucrative. That's not smart. You know, you're wasting your time, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, well, I look at these people. They doing it.
They're doing the same thing, so why can't I?
Right. You know, like, eventually you're going to get the stock. And,
yeah, like
the
you found a way to make money off of it.
You know, but I've always been very, very, very serious about making your own money.
There's nothing's better than it being yours.
Not
yours and sharing it with XYZ.
Right.
Your own.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I wake up tomorrow, go to work, and then my boss tell me like, oh, well, we don't like what you've been doing, or we saw something that you did that we didn't agree with. we're gonna let you go. Now your income is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's one thing that, I mean, even when we started talking, you know, when we started doing like the shows, and when I came to you about the Patreon idea, the first thing I told like you and the other teammates was like, yo, I'm trying to put money back in y'all pocket in the future. You know, let's invest in this so we can all reap the benefits of this, so that just in case something happens, you know what I'm saying? And I think that would make me feel so much better, is that, like, you know, Lord forbid that something happens to us or happens to what we're doing.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to know that y'all are like, well, you know what, man, my job didn't pan out the way I thought it was going to, but I got that FSP money coming at the beginning of the month. True. You know, it's not a lot, but it's still something. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I've been trying to get a lot of our friends and teammates to get to. You know, and it's just kind of going, what was that word? Unorthodox?
Or in one ear out the other.
Right.
I don't know if they got a term for it, but.
You know, because I can't pay people bi-weekly. I can't pay them weekly. You know, and if I tried to, we'd all be broke at that point. But I told y'all, like, a monthly payment, you know, let's try that for a minute. No one, we didn't think that we would be at this point, at least this far.
Yeah.
Into it. But I do know that if
keep
we
going.
Right. If we didn't take that risk,
we would have still been at square one trying to figure out where to start or even when.
If we all believe in it, if we all have a dream, you know, you have, like I said, you know, because you write, you know, you have ideas and you have creations that you have. So who knows, down the road we be filming, producing your stuff, you know, but we wouldn't even be close to doing that if we stopped.
So I guess we owe that little job a thanks for us meeting.
Bruh. It's sad though. Like, it's sad, but it's true. That certain place down the road, when we have no more ties with that place, it's gonna literally be a laugh, and we're gonna be like, wow, when everyone thought that we weren't gonna be able to do this, we pulled this out. You know what I'm saying? And that is what matters.
You could hate me now, but I won't stop.
Okay, so our bad. We had a technical difficulty. The camera kind of had a little moment. So we back. We hit it.
And we live, baby.
You know. Oh man, good thing we're not live. That would suck. We just sitting there and the whole thing just too. Cause see, if we had a third person,
oh yeah,
they'd be the one just like.
But we gotta find an official third person because that other third person didn't work out that time.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
You know, if they watch this, though. If they watch all of it.
Oh yeah.
That's the question, because that'd be the real question when people be asking me things like that, and they'd be like, "Oh man, you said this." I'd be like, "Ooh, you went past the 15-minute mark."
Yeah, actually, like whenever you tell me that it's online, I'll just hit play.
Because real talk, like, eventually once people can make it like a background noise for them, I think that's when you got it.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just put it on. And
when people can just listen.
Whatever, like putting up my laundry or something as it's on.
See, boom, that's how you know. But won't be dragging it off too long, because we hit a lot before it messed up. It's just, you know, we never got to really officially close it. So I would say to Joe, you know, we were talking about businesses, ownership of, you know, having actual ownership of your own thing.
Right.
You know, and again, it doesn't have to just be a business. You know, it can be
anything you want, as long as it's yours. That's all that matters.
Right.
At the end of the day.
You know, because the thing is, man, it's like, I feel like moving on in the future, especially for, you know, our generation, our culture, and definitely our culture, we need to start physically owning what we create, what we do, because it just seems like, especially lately, you know, I'm not going to go out there and put like super details on that, but like, we see it.
Yeah, trademark it.
Right, just trademark it, please, because next thing you know, you're going to blink. And
everybody already saying it.
Yeah. Bruh.
She could have probably made millions off of that.
She could have. And honestly, I forgot. I think it's funny you said that. I think Cardi did try to copyright something.
But it was too late, probably.
It was either too late, or they said that she couldn't do it because of some stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just stuff like that, where it's like, you have this idea, you feel like, you know, I feel like this. If you have an idea and deep down in your soul, you believe that this idea is going to make you something, or at least going to be what you think it's going to be, just do it. ride with it, and then
nothing is stopping you.
Nothing can stop you at that point.
Like the Big Sean song, nothing is stopping you. I know I'ma get it. I just don't know how.
Boom. Boom. Facts.
No need for me to go into the rest of the song. That's the only part you need to know.
It's just like, that's it. But facts, though.
But it is a good song. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Big Sean. But just to make my point clear,
clear and great.
I know I'm going to get it. I just don't know how.
Because it's not fun all the time. It's going to be a lot more,
Bad
rainy days, bad days, the money ain't going to be hitting.
One month could be really good.
Right.
Next month could be kind of dry.
Just trash. You're sitting there like, man, what happened? My come up phase, and then you have to have that reality phase of, it's not going to be like this all the time. And and that's why people like I said, David So owns like either partially owns or owns like multiple like restaurants and stuff out there in California. Like I think it was like a soft serve place, a matcha place.
Residual income is the move.
Is the move, bruh. I always tell people, man. I tell them all the time, I want that Fable money, bruh. And when I say that, it's from the video game where literally you just buy up businesses, and then while you're playing the game, it just gives you a dump load of money from your business. Like, just boom.
So-and-so has made X amount of money this week. It goes into your bank.
Boom. I'm like, yes. When you can get to that point, oh, man. Like, what was the Godfather video game? Same thing, where it was just like, oh, here's your money that from these investments and these businesses and stuff. Note, the Godfather was a lot of illegal stuff. I'm not saying do illegal stuff. I'm not promoting that. But
money's money.
Money's money. It's like, but if it's your business, some people out there, who was doing the weed sales, on the hush hush. Mm-hmm. And then in certain places it became legal. Yeah. They already had the resources.
True.
They just had to get the license. So you know what? They got the license, and boom, now they got a successful business on the legit piece. Just saying. It's like some people's calling is, you'd be surprised what your calling could be.
And sometimes it's what you least expect.
Honestly, yeah. True.
I know when I was a kid, what I do now is definitely not what I wanted to do.
100. 110.
Shit, I wanted to be a Power Ranger, a firefighter, and I want to play golf. Then I discovered what basketball is. So therefore, I had hoop dreams. But as you see, I'm not as tall as I would like to be.
That seems to be with a lot of people. They just like, I want to be the next NBA superstar.
Yeah.
I'm 5'5".
Or like at one point when I was in school, I was like, I watched Grey's Anatomy. Like I binge watched that. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. I thought it was cool. I still think it's really cool learning about the brain and why people think the way they do and stuff like that. But that's a lot of school.
It's a lot of school.
Yeah, that's a lot of school, and I just want to be able to do a lot of different things rather than focusing just on one. I'll have my hand in every little thing that I love.
Right. I mean, I think everybody. That's I know. My pre-med journey ended really quick. I won't say really quick. I'll say like it was a good 3-4 years before I realized I was like, you know what? School is fun. School is a lot of work, and respect. I got my associates. Respect to the people that kept going and got their bachelors, masters, and doctors. But I was like, bro, I can't do this no more. I literally was like, judge me if you want, but I felt like I was literally wasting my time at that point.
Yeah, I mean, school's not for everyone.
And, and it sucks.
At the end of the day.
I know it sucks for some people having to go tell your folks, hey, I'm not going back to school. And like the first thing they want to do is look at you like you just crazy. And then the family cookout. How's it going, young man?
You heard Richard over there not going to school. He said he done.
Come here, boy.
And everybody want to ask you a question.
Right.
So what's next? Well, I work. Be happy because I could be at home.
You know what I'm saying?
Playing video games all day, but I'm working.
Like yo, son. Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, but that right
no
now.
No shade to nobody if my family watches this. I have nobody named Richard that I know of in my family.
I mean, my middle name is Richard.
My bad.
That was actually a really good one. So I was like, damn.
All he thought of, I was just watching Grey's Anatomy. Richard Webber. That's the reason why I thought of Richard.
But I mean, I guess just like a little personal. I mean, it's not really deep, but I don't think on my mom's side of the family, we do meet up for like family reunions once in the blue moon, and I don't know if they officially know that I'm not in school to be a doctor, because every time they see me, because they don't get to see me that much, so when they do see me, a lot of them still calling me like Dr. Gordine, and I'm like, haha, no. And then other ones, they'd be like, oh, how's school going? Haha, I ain't been in school for like 4 years. Okay.
You're just rolling with it.
Real talk. My sister was like, so are you going to tell him? Like,
ain't my business.
Ain't my business.
Your business to tell.
Right.
Actually, it is your business to tell.
I'm like, Mom will eventually break the news to all of them, and they'll come to me and be like, wow, what happened, young man? You had the vision. You were going to be the doctor of the family. Be like, yeah.
Mine's changed.
Nah. I'll be the podcast person of the family. That could work, right? No. What's a podcast? Is that some like demonified thing? Like, sure. Why not? Why not? But nah, man, it's like I feel like I had to make a decision. The fork of the road was there. It was like, do I either keep going left to a doctor, possibly not even make it because my grades weren't as good. I wasn't focused like that. Hopefully I would hopefully wake up one day and find
flip
the
that
focus.
switch.
Right. And hopefully by then it may be too late.
True.
Or I go right and salvage what I've done, get a degree of some sort of some form, associate in psychology, see if I can do something with that off the rip and focus on things that I truly love to do. So I think the only thing that was bad back then was that you're telling people like, oh, I have a passion for music, games, radio, talking, like conversating. That's honestly where the psychology stuff really helped, because it was like, okay, cool, I get to talk to people, interact with people. Yeah, they were like, wow, that's what you want to do? Stupid. That's dumb. And then literally 2012 to like 2015, niggas making $200,000 a month playing video games.
Yeah.
Dudes making $500,000, getting promoted,
getting flown out for competitions.
Yeah.
That are like playing for millions of dollars, like $2 million.
Selling out stadiums, not little concert halls, stadiums.
Of people watching you play a game.
Just playing a video game, and I'm sitting here, mid-20s, just scratching my head like, where was this boat, and how did I miss it? Like, how did I miss this? And it hit me. I was like, bro, you was on your doctor grind at that time. Because people forget, man. Like, if you'd have known me my freshman and sophomore year of college, like I was going to house tournaments, playing like fighting games, sports games, going to tournaments. Even if I would lose, I'll just show up, and people started knowing me like from that. And then I started streaming, and then I was playing like a Magic the Gathering. I was trying to become a black pro player in Magic, bro. And then I realized that scene was not where I wanted to be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even play it. I don't play card games.
Like real talk,
anymore.
Bruh. Like the people that I still know that travel with their teams, because I know a couple people that are like teams and they go out there and do that. Yo, much respect to you, bruh, because that stuff is a grind. You train, you work so hard to learn this game and to get your stuff ready, and you can literally lose because you just didn't pull the right card, or you just didn't pull a card, or it didn't. Gone. Your whole weekend. You drop all the way out there. You and your team get the hotel.
And y'all lost just because you didn't pull one card.
Yep. That's
why I don't play games.
I don't
play card games. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, none of that.
Telling you. And it was crazy. I was like, at least in like certain other sports. Because yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like in basketball, okay, yeah, you missed the last shot. But then there is still other factors that led up to you.
Yeah, I was like,
anyway.
Plus there's 81 more games for you to make the playoffs.
Like, normally in card games, that's it.
Yeah, like in NBA, games don't really matter until after the All-Star break.
That's true.
When you really got to start pushing.
Yeah, just hope that you're like in contention before the All-Star game, so it makes it a little easier for you. But I think this was still good. Even though we had the little technical difficulty in the middle of it, we're getting better at this. And honestly, it's just the equipment. We're making do with what we have. But that's actually another really good thing. You know, it's like if you've been watching my content from when I first started, when it was just like, I think it was like my Note 3, my Galaxy Note 3 phone, just sitting there propped up on my laptop, like right in the middle, just not the best quality of video. It went from that to like a little webcam on top to now we're using like the LG V30. Sometimes use the iPhone, but they have the whole little file issue. You know, actually have microphone quality stuff, mixers. You know, again, people are gonna see you. People are gonna try to wrap their head around what you're doing. But the most, like we said, the most you can do is just keep focusing on what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't try to eat too much of what's going on. Take what you can, upgrade, and go for yours, man. Go for yours. Ownership to me is important. That's full circle coming back around, man. Like if you can find something that you can own, that you dictate for your future, for your money, hold on to that. Because, you know, only you, like my mom always says, only you're going to worry about
what's
business.
Yours. Yeah.
Right. The most. No one else is going to come up.
Put that love in it like you do.
Right. Bam. That's it for me right there, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this. You know, feels pretty good. You know, this is now like the 4th week.
I don't know, honestly. Stop counting.
I know, right? It's like legit. Like normally now, me and Elijah just be like, see you Wednesday or Saturday. Bet. Boom. We pop up, hit it out real quick. And this is cool because I think like the last time I've had actually like a schedule like this was the final stage. And we used to meet up every Sunday and do that. So seeing this now and how this is feeling, I like it. I hope y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all have a business idea or if y'all have a business or brand and, you know, y'all want a little shout out on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Hit up the Patreon. The description is going to be in the description below. You know, $10 a month. We can shout out your brand, have your links put down there, and we can help you get your name out there just like we're trying to do now. We can all do it together. It's one big happy family, right? That's always good. Anything that you want to plug in there real quick?
Nope.
Yeah. We're gonna get them there, man. We're going to get them there.
Trust the process.
The Facebook page.
Trust the process.
Trust the process
of your business.
Bam. There we go. There we go.
my links will be below as well, I think.
Yeah. They'll be there. Follow him too, because you know he has his other things too. Of course, the food's coming. We're getting to that point. We're talking about it, man. Till next time, your boy Zero to Chaos.
Elijah.
This is the quest. We out of here. Peace.
Rest in peace to Screw tonight. We take it slow. I just took a fall to the head like man. Dropped the top on the slide like man. Nothing beating home like man. And the Screw tape song like man. I go pimp C on a phone like man. Have this outside fade, not let the braids hang.
That's how it goes, right?
UC, huh?
That's how it goes, right?